Dave Garrison with Elliott Equipment. We're here today to talk about DuBois Equipment SP12 automatic molding sprayer. I'm going to just kind of walk around the machine a little bit, give you a little bit of idea of the features and benefits of the unit. This unit is typically used by folks that are hand spraying larger volumes of linear trim and moldings and have reached their capacity. This is a relatively economical entry-level unit that's meant for those that are trying to move toward automation. The unit consists of a conveyorized platform with a denibbing wheel, which will take off fibers, remove fuzz between coats without putting any new ones on. It has a what we call a whisper switch that as the board enters the spray zone, the Graco automatic air-assisted airless guns will trigger on and trigger off at appropriate times. This particular unit is an enclosed unit with its own exhaust source. Historically, we have sold most of these units without this enclosure, and the units are simply pushed in front of the paint booth for their exhaust. The unit is mounted on wheels, so it's very portable, typically used by guys that may have 10,000 foot of molding to do a couple of days, and then they'll put it in the corner for a few weeks until they get another large lot of molding. The unit is completely self-contained. It has one air connection, has one electrical connection, and 3 inverters. One of them will control conveyor speed, one of them will control the brush or the denibbing head speed, and one of them will control the exhaust. So the unit is capable of spraying molding faster than you can load and unload it. So realistically, a man and his assistant can load at approximately 80 feet a minute. So you're talking about nearly a mile molding an hour. The unit will spray on the top and the sides of each board. And we have completely flexible spray gun arms that will allow us to move the guns up and down, in and out, and back and forth with a third adjustment right down here. We also have a hold-down wheel, a very simple adjustment hold-down wheel that holds your board in tightly in the spray zone. We also have a board guide that's completely adjustable for board width. It can be adjusted in or out, depending on your board size. You can also adjust the down pressure on the denibbing head. Simply a simple wheel. It gives you a numerical indication of how much pressure you're putting on it. Pump and spray guns are included with the machine. We're using a very reliable Graco 10-to-1 stainless steel President pump with fluid filter, and each gun is hosed individually. Each gun is controlled individually by a pneumatic switch on the control panel. The pump atomizing air pressure and pump fluid pressure right on the control panel. We can turn each gun on and off automatically. If you have some narrow molding that doesn't require 3 guns, you can turn the gun off. This is an automatic timer, so we can delay that off so that as soon as your gun leaves the spray zone, the coating will stop flowing from the guns. This will really help in minimizing fluid waste. Again, the enclosed unit has its own integrated filtration system. These thumb screws will come off. We have access to the spray pan. Any overspray that is not caught as atomized overspray can collect in this tray down here and be drained back to a pail for reuse if your coating composition is such that it stays liquid long enough. Our 5-gallon pail of material and siphon hose is located right integral to the unit as well. The exhaust is a downdraft style exhaust where we're bringing exhaust air in through the ceiling of the enclosure and exhausting it through the exhaust chamber, which is accessible for exhaust filter change. This exhaust needs obviously to be plumbed outside. Your alternative, as I mentioned earlier, would be to position this unit in front of a working spray booth. The benefit for guys is that we're only probably using 1,000 CFM of air So we would have minimal impact on your building air pressure, where if you put it in front of a typical spray booth, your air movement might be more in the 5 to even 10,000 CFM range. So for guys that don't have a spray booth, this is the way it would commonly be purchased. For guys that already do have a spray booth, they would typically put it in front of their spray booth operator.